Hey, it's Andy from Antek Automation. Today we're talking about admin, specifically the slow drain of repetitive paperwork, follow-up emails, summaries and formatting that nearly every small firm puts up with as if it's a fixed cost of doing business. It isn't. In the next few minutes I'll show you exactly where the hours go and a handful of changes any small firm can make this month to claw 4 to 6 hours a week back without hiring anyone or buying a big system. Here's the situation. In a small service firm or law practice, the owner and the team spend a meaningful chunk of every week doing the same kind of task over and over, drafting the same intake email with the case details swapped out, summarizing a call into notes for the file, reformatting a quote or a letter from a template, chasing a client who hasn't responded yet, reading the same kind of document and pulling out the same 5 facts. None of this is the work itself. It's the wrapper around the work. When I sit with a firm and measure it honestly, the wrapper is usually 4 to 6 hours a week per person. Across a team of 3, that's most of a working day. The cost isn't just the hours, it's that those hours come out of the prime time you should be spending on actual client work, business development, or going home at a reasonable hour. The good news is most of it is now genuinely fixable. Tip number 1, list your top 10 repeated tasks, not the big projects, the small frequent ones. The intake email, the follow-up nudge, the case summary, the quote letter, the client update. Write them down. Most owners are surprised when they see the list. You can't reduce time on tasks you haven't named, and naming them is the first step to never doing one of them from a blank page again. Number 2, build a real template for every one of those tasks. Not a Word doc with placeholders, a proper actually good draft that handles 90% of the cases with 3 or 4 points you swap out each time. Most small firms either have no templates or have terrible ones that nobody uses because they need too much editing. A good template saves you 15 minutes every time. Across a week, that's hours. Number 3, use a writing assistant to produce the first draft. There are now perfectly good tools that will take your bullet points and produce a clean first draft of a letter, an email, or a summary. Your job becomes editing rather than writing from scratch. Editing a competent draft takes a fraction of the time of writing the same thing. The team I work with that adopted this consistently saved about 3 hours a week each in the first month. By the way, there's a full written version of this on the blog if you want the detail. Links in the show notes. Number 4, have one place where reusable content lives. A shared folder, a notes app, or a simple page in your case management system. Every time you find yourself writing a good explanation of something, paste it there. Within a few months, you've got a library of clean, accurate, ready to adapt content for the questions you answer most often. The next 10 times that question comes up, the answer is a copy and paste away. Number 5, get summaries done at the end of the call, not later. Take rough notes during the call, then take 3 minutes immediately after to clean them into a proper summary. Better still, get a transcription tool running on calls where it's appropriate and your summary is half written before you start. The hour you'd otherwise spend trying to remember what was said becomes 10 minutes. Number 6, batch the small admin tasks rather than spread them through the day. Pick 2 30-minute windows, first thing and end of day, for emails, chases, summaries and updates. Outside those windows, the inbox stays closed. Constant interruptions are what turn 10 minutes of admin into 2 hours of fragmented attention. Concentrated, the same work is done in a third of the time. Number 7, track what you cut. Once a month, look back at what felt different, which tasks took less time, which were eliminated, which still feel painful. Use that to decide what to focus on next month. Without measurement, the change quietly slides back. With it, the firm gets steadily lighter to run. So to recap, most small firms lose 4 to 6 hours a week per person to the same repeating admin. List your top 10 repeated tasks, build real templates for each one, use a writing assistant to produce first drafts, keep a library of reusable content, do summaries immediately, batch the small admin and track what you cut every month. Do that And you don't need to work harder, you just stop losing the hours to the same 5 tasks every week. That's your quick tip for today. If you want to see how AI automation can help your business, head to antekautomation.com or give us a bell on 0333 038 9960. Cheers.